Which character death hit you differently, and why? The pain in Cedric de Guerrera's dad's voice as he screams if it's my boy, always got to me. Greed from Full Metal Alchemist. Greed may not be good, but it's not so bad either. You humans think greed is just for money or power, but everyone wants something they can't have. Greed had the most selfless death, and damn did it hit home pounds. Nell and Haunting of Hill House. The whole Bendneck Lady episode and the funeral episode were absolute TV masterpieces. The realization of what happened is heartbreaking. Rudy, the Book Thief. We read the book in middle school English then watch the movie. The entire class was sobbing because we had studied this book and fallen in love with the characters, and to see it brought to life was just heartbreaking. Great book and movie by the way. Edit. Thank you so much for the awards. The Princess Shireen. I had to take a break from Game of Thrones after that one. Bruce Willis in The Sixth Sense. My dumbus never saw it coming. Count Olaf in A Series of Unfortunate Events. The books. Just something about a man so shaped by his own misery becoming a figure of cruelty and greed, relentless in pursuing the misery of others. He believes all people are this way in reality, and cannot see through the darkness, uses intelligence and skills for good. Then he just dies, unredeemed on a coastal shelf, and no one has anything to say. Fatter is also what I liked about the books as a kid. There was an underlying message of, sometimes terrible things happen, and there's not much you can do about it, but try to get out the other side kicking. Legion, on me 3. That is heartbreaking, more if you choose to kill him. Bobby Singer. Boxer, from Animal Farm. He worked so hard his whole life and to be sent to a glue farm, while his best friend screams and runs behind him, chills man. Captain Kerr's death in Jojo Rabbit. Watched it last night expecting the mom to die, but the Captainer's death made me tear up, because it was unexpected. That horse in the Neverending Story. Thomas J. from My Girl. When Vader is crying at his funeral, screaming about his glasses, that hits different. Gets me every time. When Stringer Bell died on The Wire I seriously considered not watching the rest of the series. I'm glad I did continue, but later deaths like Oma and Snoop were no easier. Edit. Everybody responding to me is right. While Ace is really the toughest one on the show, I think I just love Idris Elba. Opie. Sons of Anarchy. Just why? When Lee died in the Walking Dead game. That shit made me cry. It shattered me when Brooks died in the Shawshank Redemption. The Iron Giant. Give me a good growling voiced Superman and I start to tear up. Mizu's from FMA for me. John Coffey from Green Mile. I can't believe this hasn't been said yet. That movie hit me different. Edit. Spelling. Thanks you / Queen Authora, and rewording. It was a hell of a thing. When Spock died, hell of a thing. Live long and prosper. Washburn in Serenity. He was my favorite character from Firefly, and I just wasn't expecting it at that point in the movie. Ben from Scrubs. He was not even a major character, but at the time he was Drive. Kark's only friend, the only one who made him a joyous person, and that gut punch of a twist was something else. Where do you think we are? Mordin Salas. Fry's dog in Futurama. That episode was so heartfelt, and I just couldn't. Ellie, from Up. My so is relatively quiet and I am the complete opposite, energetic, always have something to say. We've been together for 10 years now, and met at 16. I worry that we cannot conceive children someday and that is, partly because of a pretty bad miscarriage I had years ago. In turn, I worry about him being lonely and even quieter, if I die first. Stoic from How to Train Your Dragon 2. Not so much the way he died, but the funeral scene, the music and the recital by Gobber. John Marston. He suffered so much in an attempt to move on from his past, killing all of his former comrades in the process. He finally reunited with his wife and kid, gets a small glimpse at a new life, and then is shot down in front of a barn like a damn dog. Was painful to watch, doubly so after RDR2 came out. Mellish from Saving Private Ryan. It truly captured the brutality of war and the effect it has on individual human beings. Cedric Diggory. But it's his father's reaction that even remembering strikes cold fear and red in my soul. Probably being a father myself causes it to resonate. My boy. A Baron. You had him, dude, you fucking had him. Finnick Otter from the Hunger Games. I remember being a junior in high school, reading Mockingjay in class and then suddenly Finnick dies. I was so taken aback and shocked, I had to look up from my book and glance around, because I thought I had made a noise. Turns out, I did know it, but I had to read his death scene a few times to really understand what just happened. Needless to say, I started to tear up and had to go to the bathroom to calm down, lol. Ellie from Up. Asterisk 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 FIVES. Asterisk asterisk asterisk. The dad in the book added the road error. Maybe because my son was born just a month earlier, but it was incredibly sad. The father tried so hard to live, to care for his son, who is now alone, in the cold, devastated. That girl from the bridge to Terabithia. That hit me so hard as an 8-year-old. Rue getting speared and having Katniss sing to her. 12-year-old me cold knew it handle that trauma. Uncle Iroh's son from Avatar The Last Airbender. Tales of Basing SE. The real Avatar Last Airbender, not the hack version from M. Night Shyamalan. You're never introduced to him, but you can convey from the deep sorrow Iroh pours out how his death affected his personal purview and moral edict. It made me cherish the worlds, friendships and lives you build with people, because you are an influence to many, and pouring poison into a vessel is a quick way to make you regret how you passed along what you said and did. Edit. Clarification, because despite talking about Avatar The Last Airbender, people are being purposefully obtuse. Creevy. What was the point of that? Hank in Breaking Bad and Walter's face afterwards just matched mine.